And listen, the Chinese knew that they missed the opportunity with internal combustion engine vehicles.
In a recent interview with CNN, Ford Motors executive chairman Bill Ford stated that the United States is not yet prepared to compete with China in the production of electric vehicles (EVs). He cited China's rapid development and scalability of EV technology, which has resulted in them exporting their products. Ford acknowledged that while the U.S. needs to be ready for China's inevitable entry into the market, they are currently not equipped to compete on the same level. This article will analyze Ford's comments and delve deeper into the reason behind China's dominance in the EV market. If you are following our YouTube channel for the first time, do not hesitate to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss our latest videos. Now, let's continue with the content. According to Bill Ford, China's ability to develop EVs quickly and at scale is one of the primary reasons why they are dominating the EV market. This statement comes as no surprise given that China has been investing heavily in EV research and development over the past decade. The Chinese government's generous subsidies and incentives to automakers have also played a crucial role in making EVs more affordable for consumers. As a result, Chinese automakers have gained a competitive edge by producing high-quality EVs at lower costs compared to their international rivals. Ford's remarks come at a time when the Biden administration is pushing for a transition to cleaner energy sources and green infrastructure. In February, Ford announced its plans to invest $3.5 billion in building an EV battery plant in Michigan. The deal involves using technology from Chinese battery company CATL, which has attracted scrutiny from lawmakers concerned about national security implications. U.S. Senator Marco Rubio called on the Biden administration to review the deal, citing concerns regarding China's potential access to sensitive technological information. Bill Ford reassured the public that the Michigan battery plant would provide an opportunity for Ford engineers to learn EV technology and subsequently use it themselves. He emphasized that the plant is wholly owned by Ford, with employees licensed to use the technology from CATL. This move aims to position Ford at the forefront of EV technology development, thereby enabling them to compete with Chinese automakers. Ford CEO Jim Farley echoed Bill Ford's sentiments in May when he stated that Chinese EV makers are the company's primary rivals in the sector. He further noted that Ford needs distinctive branding or lower costs to beat Chinese automakers. I think we see the Chinese as the main competitor, not GM or Toyota. The Chinese are going to be the powerhouse, he said. China's ability to develop and produce high-quality EVs quickly and at scale has given it a competitive edge over international rivals such as the United States. However, Ford's announcement of its plans to invest heavily in EV development and collaborate with CATL represents an attempt to catch up with China's dominance in the market. While there is no doubt that competition in the EV market will benefit consumers by driving innovation and improving the quality and affordability of EVs worldwide, it remains to be seen whether U.S. automakers can match China's success in the sector. Nevertheless, with the Biden administration's focus on promoting clean energy and climate change, there is hope that the U.S. will eventually become a major player in the EV industry. The U.S. automotive industry, like many industries, has been significantly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Earlier this year, economists and some auto sector executives were bracing for a potential recession in the U.S. economy. However, new data shows that consumer demand for new vehicles from both retail and commercial customers is outpacing expectations. Two top Detroit auto executives from General Motors, GM, and Ford Motor have expressed optimism, stating that if consumer demand continues at this level, they could significantly outperform what they had predicted for full-year performance. Positive comments from two CFOs. According to Reuters, two top Detroit auto executives from GM and Ford Motors stated that new vehicle demand from U.S. retail and commercial customers is outpacing expectations. The positive comments highlight an upbeat report by the U.S. Commerce Department, which showed that U.S. retail sales unexpectedly rose in May as consumers bought more motor vehicles and a range of other goods. GM's chief financial officer, Paul Jacobson, told a Deutsche Bank investor conference that if the consumer remains at this strength, we could significantly outperform what we said about full-year performance. Meanwhile, Ford's chief financial officer, John Lawler, noted continued strength and pricing power in the company's Ford Pro commercial business. In January, Tesla CEO Elon Musk forecasted a serious recession and subsequently began slashing prices on the electric car company's vehicles. Since then, U.S. vehicle sales have stabilized and vehicle production has recovered to close to pre-pandemic levels as supply chain bottlenecks have eased. Funding new electric vehicle models, Jacobson and Lawler said their companies will keep pushing cost reduction programs that have already cut thousands of jobs from Ford and GM payrolls. The two companies are under pressure to fund the launch of new electric vehicles that in the near term will return far less profit than traditional combustion engine trucks and SUVs. Both companies are investing heavily in EV development, with Ford announcing plans in February to invest $3.5 billion in building an EV battery plant in Michigan. The deal involves using technology from Chinese battery company CATL, which has attracted scrutiny from lawmakers concerned about national security implications. Plans to reduce costs. Ford and GM are also focused on slashing engineering and manufacturing costs by 50% on their second-generation EVs, including a successor to the F-150 Lightning that is due in the middle of this decade. Lawler hinted that Ford may follow Tesla's lead in employing large underbody castings on its next-generation electric vehicles in its broader efforts to trim costs. Jacobson said GM will not let up on its effort to cut $1 billion out of annual operating costs. As GM faces rising costs for electric vehicles, Jacobson said cost reduction should not be a program. And we go back to the way it was. We have to cultivate continuing improvement on the cost side. Joining Tesla's charging network. Both executives said their company's decisions to join Tesla's EV charging network and embrace its NACS North American Charging Standard charging protocol will save money and benefit their EV customers. Jacobson said GM has an opportunity to partner with Tesla in developing future location for EV chargers. Lawler said the adoption of Tesla's charging standard will not require additional capital investment on Ford's part. Owners of GM and Ford EVs will gain access to more than 12,000 Tesla superchargers in North America, starting in early 2024. Recent reports of strong consumer demand for new vehicles from both retail and commercial customers highlight the resilience of the U.S. automotive industry amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite earlier predictions of a recession, positive comments from GM and Ford Motor executives indicate optimism for the industry's continued recovery. Both companies are investing heavily in EV development, with plans to fund the launch of new electric vehicle models. However, they face pressure to reduce costs as these models return far less profit in the near term compared to traditional combustion engine trucks and SUVs. Joining Tesla's EV charging network and embracing its charging protocol is seen as a way to salve